watched my original trailer review called me out on missing some information, and honestly, you were right to do so. Hey guys, so I'm Joshua with the General's Workshop, and for those of you who watched part one, I want to say thank you. If you have not seen it though, I want to strongly encourage you to go and check that out first, and then come back to this video, because the first review, I honestly ended up with quite a few unanswered questions. Since then, you guys, I have gone back and forth with Stirling multiple times via email on their website. And while I've gotten a lot of answers, I can't necessarily say that the answers were what I wanted, but nonetheless, let's move forward. Now, I know that a lot of you are probably wondering, with all the surprises that you found, would you still buy this trailer knowing what you know now? And honestly, that's the question that I'm going to answer for you. So let's go and get going, and I'll answer that at the end once we go through all the different information. All right, you guys, what I thought would be easiest is just share some of the emails, and I did print them off to make it a little bit easier. But the first challenge was the rear gate, and as you guys know, on the website it states that it lays flat, which in my thought was, okay, I can stack stuff on top of it and it will be great, right? Allow me to haul things that were larger than the deck size. Now, I did write, and one of the things on my first email that I really highlighted is that it advertises it and it states that the rear gate lays flat. Those are the exact phrasing. I should probably look at the website to see if they changed it, but I doubt that that's the case. So I did a nice long, very respectful, because for me, this is not about pointing the finger or saying you, whatever. It's more about just trying to uncover like the reality and also trying to get where they're coming from. Now, I did get a response from Carol Ann, and she had wrote that the rear gate is designed to fold inward to the bed of the trailer, but there is a small clearance gap of about 2 to 3 inches. This is normal and will not cause stress to the hinges. Goes on to say, while the gate won't sit completely flush, it's safe to use it in this position and hauling longer loads such as lumber that won't cause damage if the load is properly supported and secured, right? So there's two things I have challenged with that. One, that's different than what it says on the website. It says it lays flat. Now the language is changing. Oh, it's designed to be that way. No, well then why would you put that it laid flush? And then two, here's the part that I hate. Won't damage if the load is properly supported and secured. I hate when they do that, because that's how companies get out of warranties, is the, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it bent it all to whatever, but you didn't support it properly. Well, I hate that, because that's what they use. So I actually wrote back again. Now, I also referenced, as far as the dry weight, there was some confusion on the Tractor Supply when I was there versus the website. It is 450 pounds as far as dry weight is concerned. Now, this is the first one that I sent. Repeat. And never got a response on the idea. I asked them to clearly define what does it mean to properly support that whole thing. Never got a response on that. The only thing that they did write is they said, Joshua, to confirm, the last slat on the landscape gate will prevent the gate from laying flat on the bed of the trailer. However, you can load longer loads that are well distributed on the trailer, laying them on top of the gate, which without straining the hinges. That's from Kellyanne. And if I go back, again, they didn't respond to anything about the advertisement. I also told them regarding the deck, the standoff, I gave them a nice long email that I thought was very well put together, wanting to raise the point about the advertised dimensions. And that's the other thing that we're going to get into, is the advertised dimensions. It does state that it's 6 by 8, but it is not. I'll get to that for you guys later. Again, I asked them to define fully supported. What does fully supported strap mean? They did not respond to that. And they're basically just saying that it won't cause any damage, but the reality is, when you look at it, I'm almost, in my opinion, and again, I am not an expert, so there's a part of me, I even asked them to confirm it with their engineering department, because I'm just like, there is no way that it's not going to cause some additional strain on that if you kind of load that gate. So I wanted to share some of those emails with you, so you actually have the benefit of that. I will say that when I looked at the deck and everyone looks at this trailer, it is advertised as a 6 by 8 trailer. So as you can see, you could maybe get 88 inches out of it, and the 8-foot line comes way out to here. So clearly you're never going to fit a 4x8 sheet of anything in this unless, again, you flip this down. And that's only going to happen when you do. Okay, so again, then 8 feet is coming right to here, having the support there. But again, you're going to have this pushing up. You're going to have pressure points, right? These little kind of hinge protuberances here that are just sticking up. So keep that in mind. Also, let's look at the side by side, okay? So when we're coming over here, and we're doing the side to side, there's also going to be these little fasteners that are going to be your anchor points. So I'm going to actually measure the inside dimension. That's 67 inches to the edge. Now, if I go 6 feet, that's way out here. Now, I don't know what they're trying to do. If they're trying to go like this, between this, but even that is still 70 inches at the most between that you could actually fit something in. Now, guys, I want to try to show you and get this a little bit better so you really understand this, right? So right about there, right, I'm going right up to the rail. That's the very most you could ever go to the side. Even if I come over here and I do this and I try to get that measured, guess what? That's still right there, only 70 inches at the most, let alone 72 inches. So again, I just don't know where they're getting that 6 feet from. There is no way to extend that to get a full 6 feet. And let's be honest, you've got these tie downs, right? If you're expected to use that, you're gonna then take up another, like the actual deck, if you look at from side to side, right? And I go here, and I measure to this part, which I think is the most appropriate. Effectively, you've got 67 inches, not 72. That's just honestly 5 inches shy of what I feel like it should be. So I don't think, I don't know. I just feel like that's a real slippery way of advertising, and I feel like it's just not being wholehearted, if you will, and I don't like that. So just be aware of that for sure. So some of you might be wondering, would I still buy the trailer knowing now what I know, right? After talking with Stirling and them. And I really think it's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to the function, right? I'll be honest with you guys, when I originally were buying this, and I'm sure you were probably excited about the opportunity to lay this flat store over top and have oversized material being hauled. I was excited for that. So I think I was building myself up for this. And then when I was like, no, I don't think that's actually going to work. And I'm just giving you my opinion. They say you could fully do that. Take a look at these. Go into the store, look at it. If that's something, you make your own assessment. I don't feel that it's gonna not warp or bend in any form or fashion. So I'm not gonna do that. But here's the honest truth. For me, my trailer beforehand didn't haul long pieces. So in a sense, it's like I traded apples for apples, and I was hoping to go from apples to, you know what I mean, like a really good crispy grape or strawberry, something really good. Would I get this again? And I would. Here's some of the things for me. I think it all is going to come down to what are you going to use it for. The gate is still a challenge if you're going to be walking up and down it. I drive my four-wheeler up, so this gate is a much better thing for me. So I think that's a huge positive. So for you, if you're hauling stuff that's going to like rock, gravel, obviously the 5x8 steel trailer, steel mesh one won't work, but this one I think would work a lot better, and I use it for hauling a lot of debris, landscape, then that sort of stuff, then it's perfect and it's still fine. I think the challenge I have is just I feel like there's some really sneaky advertising going on for this. That's just my opinion. I'd love to know if you guys feel that as well. I know the one individual who had reached out and said, you know, you didn't mention this. And that part of that is because, one, I was like, I recognize that to be true. I sent an email and I was waiting for their response before I said anything. And again, they did not respond when I said, you guys advertise this as a 6x8. This is not 6 feet wide, nor is it 8 feet long. It's just not. There is no way to get 6 feet on this. I don't know if it's some classification that if it's a certain distance you can advertise it as. I just don't get it, but it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So from that, I'm like, come on, you know, that's not okay. But nonetheless, it'll still work great for me and what I need it to do. Therefore, I'm just going to lay it to rest and I'm going to move on. But I wanted to get this to you so at least you guys had that information as you move forward and possibly looking at this trailer versus comparing it to another one. You know what I mean? And if you need that space, and I will tell you this, You're like, well, you're not going to be able to haul sheets of plywood. I know, and that's okay. I prefer to use my truck. And you're like, well, isn't that a regular bed, which is even about the similar size? Yes, but it gets it higher for me. My truck is raised, so it allows me to be more lifting from here. So I would never use this for that. I prefer to do that with my truck. And now knowing this gate is the way that it is, I'm going to keep it that way. I probably won't use this for hauling like I originally thought that I would do. So from that perspective, guys, let me know what you guys think. I mean, if there's anyone out there that works in marketing, how on earth can they say that this is a 6-foot wide trailer when it is clearly not? There is no way to make it. Now, I see the 8-foot wide because you flip down this gate and technically you can get stuff forward in it. That one I'm like, okay, but I still feel like it's a little bit like, but what did you mean, right? That's like me telling you guys that I'm 9 feet tall, and then when you come and measure me, I'm like, well, I got to put on my stilts. That doesn't work. Come on now. So anyways, hey, leave me a comment if you know regarding this. Like, is that common practice? I don't like it. For those of you that are looking at buying it, please be aware of those two things that I think are just really important to just be aware of. And that's all I want to do is create some awareness on this trailer. Again, I've used it for hauling. It's lighter. I can tell that with my four-wheeler. So I still feel like I got a good buy for the purpose that I needed it. I hope you guys find the right trailer for yourself, and I hope that this was a little bit of value. And if you guys can, do me a favor, just hit the like button if you made it this far, and leave me a comment if you wouldn't mind. Those are all things that just help out the channel. So with that being said, have a great day, guys. Shoot dang.